What's up everybody, it's Dr. GTA coming to you with another video, and we're going to be showing a video on how to install and configure Lcpdfr 1.0d, which released on December 30th, 2014. Hit the like button if you want to see more of this, and subscribe because I will have some daily GTA 5 PC content as time develops, and exclusive vehicles for police and exclusive mods that aren't released yet and no one really has and no one knows how to configure. Also, my clan is doing GTA 5 PC Lcpdfr before the time releases, so hit like if you want to see more of that, and there's also a video on my channel of that already. Now let's get into the video. First off, Lcpdfr 1.0d right here, you click the download button. It's going to take you to a couple options. You got to acknowledge this. I would recommend you, if you're new, just do the automatic install. Honestly, if you want to just try it and you don't think you'll have any problem crashing, but if you know that you're going to have little problems, I recommend you always do the manual install, and I just click the download and install that right there. Once it's downloaded, go to your desktop, unzip it into its own little folder, name it 1.0d. and you're going to get all these files. It's pretty much the same thing as 1.0c, 1.0b, and 1.0a, and the standard 1.0 final as it was released, except for there's going to be a couple things here you probably do not need. You do not need the documentation, the manual, the PDF. You do not need the Lcpdfr ASI loaders, unless if you already have them in there. So this one, which is right here, these two files you don't need. You only need the D sound if you're playing on patch 107. If you're playing on patch 1040, you need the xlive. You can't use both because it'll crash the game. You can only use one or the other. So you put the D sound in, you'll cut it and just paste it in this folder, but you've already got it in this folder, so never mind, you don't need it. So you already have it, so you don't really need the ASI loaders. You don't need these three files, and that's pretty much it. All the rest, you're just going to take it, copy it, go to your Rockstar Games, go to your GTA 4 folder, and for Steam, wherever it's at too, just go into that root, right click, and paste it, and that's all you have to do. Once you get that installed, you should still be able to run ELS version 7, version 8, whatever, because these are all updated accordingly and are updated to run that. So you shouldn't have any problem running that. Now let's go ahead and go over the documentation. We'll basically go over the manual install guide first off. Okay, so manual install guide. You will need a couple things for this to work. You will need Windows PC, you will need a patch 1070, you will need version 4.5 of Microsoft.NET Framework. You can get these at just Googling 4.5 Microsoft.NET Frameworks, and you need 50 megabytes of storage to install it, obviously. But if you already downloaded it, then you already know you have that amount. Next up, you need to make sure you uninstall any previous version. I recommend just having a vanilla copy of your GTA to copy back over to your root whenever you want to install a new version. I don't recommend you install 9.5 and then just try to install this over, because it will give you problems. I recommend you just uninstall 9.5 or just reinstall your game and delete the folder or repair it, because that's what's going to yield you the best results without crashing. And it even says it right here. Okay, so extracting, you extract it into your folder. You're pretty much, it shows you how to do this. Also, here's another note I want to add. If you were coming from Lcpdfr 0.95 and you were upgrading from a previous version, the file structure is different, and you no longer have to edit the game files. So in 9.5, it was required that you have that AM nailgun WDR and AM nailgun WTD and the PC model CD images weapon image. It's going to be replaced by the taser model provided blah 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 blah. This is no longer the case. Basically, it doesn't use that anymore. So you're actually going to have to reinstall the original weapons info XMLs and the original weapons image if you have not already replaced those files with other weapons. Basically, you need to revert them by removing the section for unused 0 and blah blah blah. That's pretty much it. Adding your crime statistic key. You can link your crime statistics so it shows up on lcpdfr.com and shows your configuration for everything. it basically records everything, like your arrests, your statistics have recorded on the servers, the leaderboards, and it's in real time. You can go to Lcpdfr.crime stats/crime stats, and it shows up right here if it'll load. And it's not updated, I guess, yet, so come back to that page later when it's updated. Information can be found, blah blah blah, and you can go in the Lcpdfr INI to configure things. It looks like here's the thing for all of this. Okay, and basically you're going to insert your network key here. Let's zoom in and break this down for you. Okay, so when you open up the INI, you actually go back to your GTA 4 folder and open up the, I'm just doing this because I'm not installing it yet, so I'm just going to do it off of the basic before I copied it. You just got to go into scripts, I think. Nope, you got to go into Lcpdfr and then go to INI 1.0. So you go into the root folder and then you go to Lcpdfr and then you go to the INI and you open it up, and at the bottom it's going to have your API key where you got to put that, or it should. There it is, an API key right here, and that's where you got to put your API key, and you got to basically insert it. Your API key is going to look something like that, so you got to find it online. You can find it at this address right here, CSAP API key. Mine is right here. This key is active, and that's pretty much it. You take that key and you put it in here and paste it, and it'll fix that for you. Other than that, we'll just keep going down the sections, and that's pretty much it for the manual install. Now we'll go ahead and we'll open up this and break this down for you. Okay, we have additional cop car models. You can use this if you want to use other names that are not cop cars as police cars, because they'll give them the opportunity to have multiple liveries, use ELS, and have a siren working, and be able to use pursuit and access the police computer using this. So you just got to put them in the same way you put them in this style. So basically, if you want to enter, like you say, you want the a certain car that's not a police car as a police car. PCJ, so you put PCJ 600, how it's spelt in the vehicle ID and handling, colon, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. And if you want to add more, you just put another car like Cheetah, and that's it. So once you get that done, that's pretty much it for that. You can also change which vehicles accordingly to what you want to transport vehicles. When you call for backup to pick up the transport, you can use these vehicles, or you can add more, or you can add a Cheetah, whatever. Okay. Vehicle trunk weapons, you can put what weapons you want in your trunk. You have to have these named out from the weapon XML, so you have to find out the name and put them there accordingly, just as we gone by with the cars. All text mode is false, basically where you can't hear, you're deaf, you want to use that. Ambient scenario is maximum 2. I always leave that around 1 because it's really random. Ambient scenario is multiplier. That's just a multiplier that you'll get a random scenario and it changes the time with it. Rather than being one standard time every time, it changes the interval, makes it random, makes it a little bit more random. I'll leave that at default. Department, you can change the name of the department. That just shows up in your INI. The department short name, this just shows up in text. This isn't really anything specific. First start is true. It'll start when I guess you load in, when you load in the game, when you have the script in the folder. If you're using the PlayStation mod, you got to put true. Autosave true. This is a new feature where if you are using the autosave feature, basically what it does is whenever you play GTA 4 Lcpdfr before and you crash, you have to restart, go on duty, and all this crazy stuff. And go on duty, change your peds, go back to where you were at, and try to hope you can get the same pursuit to keep going. And it's hard for people recording games if they want to record, a Lcpdfr chase and they crash. They can't, they can't ever get a fun chase. So this feature actually enabled is good because it helps you. It auto saves every 30 seconds. So now whenever you crash, it will actually set you back 30 seconds before you crash, so you can actually start over where you were at. It'll start you back on duty. It'll start you back with your peds, your weapons, and the animation and everything that was going on, from what I've been told. So you can just start there and re-record, and it's really great for those that record for YouTube. Callouts, there's a maximum before a callout, so this is an interval of 60 seconds. So this is about I would say 6 minutes, and this one's about 1 minute. before a new call out. So a minimum amount of 1 minute and a maximum of 6. That's good, pretty good, I think. And you can enable them true, and I would put them false if you're going online. I will test this further to see if it actually has more stability with 1.0D. The multiplier, how quick it comes back, and the multiplier for different callouts, how many different random scenarios you can get. The lesser this value, the more frequent the callout and the more normal the callout is. Force static position for boats. This is enabled true. Basically, whenever you have a callout, and like say you need to find the boat. The boats are at the docks, and there's docks on the blips. You can use those docks to get. Those docks are like little police stations. You can go get boats there. So whenever you're trying to find, like say a boat, it's going to show up there, so you can have that on or off. And then you have disable boat callouts, which is obviously callouts just for boats. You can disable that if you don't want to get a call out in the water and you're patrolling on land. Also, this actually goes with callouts as well. So if you get a call out, it'll actually put them in a default location, and if not, you can put false, and it'll put it at a random location where you're chasing a subject in the water, because sometimes it takes a long time to get there. Now to pursuits, you can allow roadblocks. We've all used that before. Basically, it's allowing you to put a GPS on the map, and you can put a roadblock in. It'll call a roadblock in, and it'll stop, or they'll just do it by default. Force the Annihilator helicopter, you can use that as a default helicopter for backups, or you can not use it, and you can put false or true. Maximum cop cars in pursuit. If you're using ELS, I recommend you use around 6 or 7, and 6 or 7 on this as well. This is how many load in, and this is how many actually are in the pursuit. So this is a good number, and this is a good number. So maybe 7 and 20, so that's good. Siren strobe lights. They changed this feature because you can't turn on your siren when you have on your secondary lights or your just your regular. You can't. It doesn't just turn on and stay on. So you turn this true if you want it to turn on when you just turn on your strobe lights, which are your wigwags or your sequentials. So that's another good feature too they added. Hardcore mode, you can put this on if you want it to be a little harder to get away and you want them to drive better. If you want things to just be a little harder to play in the game, it gives you a challenge. The taser, here's the taser. Obviously you always want that true because it's using its own taser and it's fun. And also the new taser has a laser on it, and you can point the laser and actually other people see it. And I'm not sure, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I think multiplayer, when you play a multiplayer, other people can see your taser shooting too. Here are just a list of key bindings. These are the key bindings for standard for keyboard. You can change these to whatever you want. And then here are the key bindings for the controller. You can change these to wherever you want whenever you play in the game. And that's pretty much what you gotta do. You can find the list of what you have to type in here on Lcpdfr.com to change the key combinations or whatever. And that's pretty much it. Once you're done here, all you gotta do is make sure you have all the other stuff I told you to install, and then you should run your game. And when you get in game, you should probably do the same thing. You can either you can push Alt P and go to the station, or it might already be working by default. And then also you can do Control P. I think it's Alt P, and then you hit the console button, which is left of the number 1 and above the tab button on your keyboard, and you can type force duty and force space duty or force duty. It's all one word, and it'll just put you on duty, and you won't have to go to the police station. And I'll show you a little demonstration of that in a second. Okay, so first off, you hit Alt P, which is Alt Fill or Alt Paul, and it's going to say welcome to Lcpdfr. Once that's initiated, you go to the nearest police station. If you push start or escape, there's a couple on the map around you can go to go on duty. So instead, I'm going to show you the first way, which is really easy to go on duty. You hit the left button near the number 1 and above the tab, and you type force F-O-R-C-E-D-U-T-Y, all one word, hit enter, and it's going to make you police officer instantly. And that's pretty much how you do this. And then there's another way, which is going to the police station too. It says type of Y to tutorial. Okay, so we'll do a tutorial. Never mind, we won't. So now we're just gonna go off duty. All you have to do to go off duty is hit Alt P twice or once, and it should take you off duty. And then from this point, we're just going to go to the next police station. Alright, so this is the other way to go on duty, which is hitting Alt-P, and it should show a police station. And look, there's a little arrow. There's no blip anymore. They changed it. So just go up to that blip, and it'll take you in the police station. And it's going to show you a couple brief cutscenes probably when we go in here on what to do and the tutorials and all that stuff. So it's my first time actually going in 1.0d. It might be nice, so we'll go in here. Oh wow, this blonde's getting frisked by a black guy. Press E for an introduction. Let's do that. Okay, so here you can go on duty, refill your health, recruit a partner, or simply reacts. If you didn't know, the partner system, you can actually recruit primary partners and secondary partners. You can recruit up to 3 partners. 1 is primary, the other 2 are always going to be secondary. In that room, you can choose partner and refill your health. Obviously, just said that again. You can have up to 3 partners, and you can actually make them drive different cars or ride with you. You go in that room to go on and off duty. It's pretty cool. I like it so far. And you enter the checkpoint that you just came through right there behind me to leave the station and go on duty or off duty. That just takes you back outside pretty much. And I guess that's pretty much the gist of it. We're going to go ahead and get on duty, so I'm just going to go look around. I wonder what's in this back room real quick. And there's no police having sex in the back room anymore. So we're going to go over here. Okay, so let's see. Go over here now. Go in here. Go on duty. After this, you actually you're on duty and you can just leave the station. It's pretty cool. They got that woman in there. Let's go in here and recruit a partner. I've never done this before. And so I get body armor, already got it. I guess I'll recruit 1. You can only recruit 1 partner each time you go in the station. You hit E, and you can make them. I'm just going to make him. He's already now my partner. Alright. Cool. So now we got 1 partner. Is he following me? Once outside, you can cycle through your vehicles and get you whatever vehicle you want. And that's pretty much it, and your partner should come running. One note I want to say is the partner doesn't follow you out of the police station. There was a bug. I thought he was supposed to come out with you, but you just have to exit the police station and he'll follow you. So once you've done that, you're pretty much on duty and you're ready to patrol. Also, we're going to go and recruit another police officer, so let's see if we can find one really quick. If we can... Okay, so here's another partner right in front of the police station. Now, if you want to recruit a second partner, all you have to do is walk up to her or him, target them, right click on the mouse, or with the controller it's different. And I think you just gotta hit E or G. There you go. Now she's actually on duty. So now you got another partner. So all you gotta do is go get in your car and you have 2 partners. That is freaking awesome. Maybe it's where I'm looking, so I'll put it way over there and then I'll go move to. Okay, so it's pretty much where you look. See, I looked way down the street and she went across the street. Now the other one, I can go move to. Boom. So primary and secondary ped will move. Alright everybody, Dr. GTA, and I'm going to show you another little awesome thing you can do. Basically, you can get off on foot, you can point your gun at someone, target them, and then you can hold G, makes them your partner, it fills in that little thing. You can also recruit multiple partners. You can recruit up to 3, and the first one's your primary partner, which who will obey all your commands. The secondary ones will obey only secondary, or you can have them all do all your commands. Basically what happens is they are your partner and they'll follow you and they'll get in your car and everything like that. But you can also do something really cool I wanted to show you. If you target the car and you hold down the QAM menu and you left bumper, follow in vehicle, let off of it, he'll go and get in that vehicle. So he'll break the window just because it's his car and he can unlock it, and that's his vehicle, and he'll follow you. So now when you get in your vehicle and say you want to back up, he'll follow you, he'll turn around and he'll follow you around. And let's find another cop. Let's try to get more cops. And I think it's cool how they have it animated, so if I stop right here, he'll turn and slide at an angle which makes most traffic go around us, which is very cool because say I'm doing a traffic stop and I pull someone over here and I stop Well, not that time, but you get the point. He'll do it any other time too. So let's go ahead and find someone out on foot, and let's try to get multiple partners. Recruit multiple partners here. And they'll get in the car and they'll follow you, and all you gotta do is get in your car. If done correctly, you should have peds following you in their car, so you have a secondary ped and a primary ped driving, and then you're driving with another secondary ped, which is very cool. I've got me in there with my secondary unit, and I've got a primary unit driving with a secondary unit I actually have on patrol with me right now. Very cool. Hopefully he pulls over. So exit your vehicle now. Okay, so right now I have a unit with me that's actually with me, and then I have a secondary unit with me too, which actually mapped, and they're actually all three with me. So now all I gotta do is roll up to the window. Hello? Hello?
What up?
Hello? Pulled you over because, well, we're doing a sting operation against taxis right now, and there's prostitution of chocolate ice cream going on, so we're trying to figure out if you're one of those guys. Just don't mind those three the secondary peds and a primary ped following you. Can I see your license? Yeah, I want you to step out. We're doing a sting operation. We need to search the vehicle. Laser is so awesome. You can kind of see it. This is the laser for the taser, and you just run over. Okay, so here's the first location right here. This is South Broker, where the boat is at. It's pretty cool. Which is not really a legit boat location, but it's okay. So they're just boats, and my favorite one, which is right here. This one's got one boat though. It's kind of sad, or two boats. It's kind of sad. I wish they would have put a shitload of stuff here. Like, oh, there's more. See, there is more boats. They're all around here. Okay. The only thing they did really with the boats now, they've enabled it to where ELS can work in them, and you can turn on the siren in the boat. Yeah.